resolve that I will live so as I shall wish I had done when it's time to die.
And if '09 has really any hope of you pressing under the waterfall of grace, letting him transform your heart, there's got to be movement in your life, guys. You can't just sit on the couch and wait for God to do something.
I frequently hear of persons in old age say how they would live if they would have their lives to live over again. Resolve that I will live just so as I think I shall wish I had done, supposing I would live to an old age.
I'm TJ, and I'm resolved to keep the fire that I have for God burning.
So is there any limit? Is there any desire? Is there any, what's your plan? Do you even have one?
That's why I am resolved. I'm resolved to follow Christ with everything I have.
I'm Jamie, and I'm resolved to keep my fire for God burning.
Come to this camp for different reasons. Some for friends, some because our family makes us, some because we just want to get away, some because we want to find God.
Every year, we have camps of some kind that come up during the year, whether it's summer camp or snow camp or dare to share anything. We always get something out of that camp. And we come back with this fire just to serve the Lord, and it's a thing we all feel when we're up there, and we come back and that fire lasts for maybe a couple weeks to a month or a little bit longer, but the thing is, the flame we have for God always tends to go out, and we don't really have that fire to serve Him anymore as much as we should.
Last year I went to my first camp, and it changed everything. I've never been in an environment where everyone is so excited to go closer to God. Being surrounded by Christians is one of the most exciting feelings you can have. Everyone around you is there for the same reason as you are. The environment is simply amazing. Everything is for God. Everything is based on growing closer to Him.
Find God at camps during different services. He starts to move us and work in our hearts. But the real question is, are we going to let Him work in our hearts? Are we going to let Him move and change us in different ways?
You know, the music, the worship, all the Christians we're surrounded by that build us up, and we need each other. And the thing is, when we come back, we're surrounded by the people in this world that don't know Christ, that they tend to influence us, and so it draws us away.
We are surrounded by people who may not be Christians, who may not even believe in God. We need the people who are with us at camp to help us within our relationship with God and keep it alive and growing.
Scripture's just got that power where it digs into your life like a sword and points out to you things that He wants you to change. But taking those things away from the camp into your regular day-to-day life and applying them and changing your life, no matter what you're going through, no matter what happens, not slipping back into the atrophy and the just normal routine of life.
The thing is, when we come back, we're surrounded by the people in this world that don't know Christ, that they tend to influence us, and so it draws us away, and it's sort of just stressful to see.
It's stressful, and the influence draws us away from God.
Plugging through, no matter how dull, how hard, how stressful, or how unfun it seems.
To come back from camp and lose that fire and just go back to your old ways, and then you need something else to boost you again. So when the next camp comes up, you get a fire again. But it's just I don't know how to maintain that fire. But we have snow camp coming up this year, and it's resolved, and it's going to be really good. And hopefully we can get that fire up and figure out a way to keep that fire good.
And I want to find my way at Resolved Camp 2009.
That's why I am resolved.
And I'm resolved.
And I'm resolved to keep my fire for God burning.
I'm resolved to follow Christ with everything I have.
And I'm resolved to keep the fire that I have for God burning and to not let it go out.